Hello StarCraft fans, this is FalconPaladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between validng and TenMinNoRush on Bridgehead, the Ladder Edition. Alright, on the left side of Bridgehead, the Ladder Edition, we have the red Zerg player, it is validng. And on the right side of Bridgehead, the Ladder Edition, we have the blue Protoss player, it is TenMinNoRush. Alright, so that brings me back to the Brood War days, back when you actually had custom games you could play against other people over Battle.net, where it was 10 or 20 minute no rush rules, where basically players would just get a max army, get up as fast as they could to that max level, and then attack each other's faces once that limit was up. Pretty fun stuff. People cheated sometimes though, so it kind of wasn't maybe as fun as it could be. I always liked to play regular StarCraft. I didn't like not having to deal with early harass or do early harass, and not having to deal with that pressure, but some people liked it better that way, and it was kind of popular. So anyway, I might sound a little bit echoey. That's because I'm in a new house. I just moved just a few days ago, and this room that I'm in is a little bit empty. There's not much here to catch my voice, and so you can kind of hear me echoing off the walls here. But I'm going to try to make some changes so it's not quite as crazy that way as this hatchery comes up for validng. And if you have any suggestions what I could do to make it less echoey, let me know. But anyway, this was submitted to me at FalconPaladin@gmail.com. validng is a platinum level Zerg player, and he does submit both wins and losses. He has some pretty cool games, some pretty fun stuff to watch that way. I do send all of his games to Squeaks, my screener, to make sure they're up to snuff for the channel. And basically my criteria are, if it's interesting, if it's fun, if it's a new composition or a new strategy that's used, even if it's lower level, I do want to cast it. I know some of you aren't super fans of the lower level games. I know I've cast a few lower level games that weren't even very interesting, so I apologize for that. I'm trying to do better that way, just kind of casting what I get. And hopefully with the release of retail, a lot more people will be playing Legacy of the Void, and I'll just have a huge pool of replays to choose from. But for now, I'm kind of just casting what I can get at this point. And again, I do try to do one GM Pro level game per day, and then one kind of lower level game per day. So those of you who aren't super happy with the lower level stuff, at least you're getting one awesome game every calendar day of the week. So I just hope you're happy with that. I have considered going to 3 casts, basically 3 casts a day, which would be kind of a stretch for me to do that, but maybe entirely possible. I don't know. We'll have to see if that can work with the schedule. Let me know in the comments if that's something you want to see me do. Anyway, so it is validng versus TenMinNoRush here on Bridgehead. Nexus coming up here as well. Very, very safe Nexus. You do have to watch these rocks though. Zerg players I've seen throw down spines on hatcheries to get rid of these rocks and come and kill the Nexus for the Protoss player. This ramp is pretty easy to wall off while taking the second, which is why Protoss usually do that. But TenMinNoRush, despite his name, looks like he's going for a single base play here. Just kidding, not a single base play, 2-base play. And I don't think he has any intentions to let validng sit back for 10 minutes to have nothing happen at all. But validng is getting a Roach Warren, is getting speed, is up to 25 total harvesters. Playing this pretty darn well, I will have to say. Getting some good Overlord spread as well. And yes, bringing some Lings back to kill these rocks. So Protoss players, what you want to do is get a pylon here just so you can tell when the rocks are coming down. If you see that, you put a Stalker or an Adept or a Cannon back here that shuts down this Ling harass of these rocks immediately. But TenMinNoRush, I'm not sure if he's played this map before or if he's never had this happen to him, because if this has happened to you, Protoss and Terran players, you would remember it and you'd be ready for it. But validng is taking advantage of the fact that TenMin is not paying attention at this point. A 3rd base coming up for the Zerg player as well. So this isn't a 2-base attack. This is probably going to be more of a long-term thing. And here comes the pylon. But I don't think the pylon... Oh, it can. The pylon can see what's happening. And there goes the cannon. No, the cannon's too far away. TenMinNoRush, put it... oh, it was in range of the pylon, though. He had to. And this was not finished yet. Mothership Core wanders on over. Should be able to actually kill these speedlings fairly handily. And yes, does chase them away. But these rocks are down to only about 680. To exactly 680 hit points, meaning they're a little bit easier to kill. Later on in the game, the Lings check for a base up there, and they could actually come up this ramp free and easy. It's not walled off. Was that a queen I saw somewhere? Nope, that was an Overlord I saw. Just hanging out. The Lings don't want to try to get up that ramp. They should try, though. I mean, I guess there are a couple Adepts and a cannon that should be able to hold off that Ling harass. What is this? Triple Stargate! Whoa, TenMinNoRush. All right, triple Stargate coming up right now, taking double, triple, quadruple gas. Right now, the Lings come on in. I think they need to get a scout off is what they need. validng running all the way down to the 2nd base as well, and is actually going to see the triple Stargate. Oh, yes, he does scout it out perfectly. So what's the response going to be from validng? The answer can't be roaches at this point. Roaches are terrible. There goes the Spire. Is he going to let Glial Reconstitution finish is the question. I don't know. Cannon at the top of the ramp here, and a wall off with the gateway. No more link run-bys for you, validng. I'd like to see maybe 3 bases be taken here by TenMinNoRush to support this 3 Stargate thing. But hey, it's platinum, so crazy stuff happens, non-standard stuff happens, which is why I like to cast some of these lower level games sometimes. Spore Crawlers coming up, well played indeed. Oracle Harass can be very annoying for Zerg players. Spore Crawlers help greatly with that. Queen inject. Oh, not enough energy to inject. Unfortunately, Queen backs on out. And what is that sound? Ah, actually killing these rocks here. Maybe to avoid an accidental misclick. I'm not sure entirely what the plan is there, but TenMinNoRush takes him down anyway and throws down a gateway to finish off the wall. Inject now. Still can't do it. Alright, so validng doing a good job with the Queen's energy. How about this one? Yeah, pretty low there. 30 there. 9 there, taking another double set of gas. That'll be the 4th total gas and 5th and 6th actually on the way for validng. So a lot of gas, whatever he has planned. I think at this point, validng says, you know what I can do is just sit back and kind of macro up, because 3 Stargate isn't really known for its really quick attacks, especially if nothing is really being produced on the Stargates. I think TenMinNoRush might have messed up the build order here. Doesn't even have workers on these Vespene geysers yet. Really starved on minerals, actually, is what it is. So fully saturated there. The Void Ray did actually kill an Overlord. Might kill this one as well as it comes up north here. On the way, is it going to see it? I think it will. We're going to follow this guy on his mission of death and destruction. And does see the Overlord and kills it. Yes, Overlord tries to run for its life. It is not going to happen. It is inexorable. It is inescapable and explodes. Kaboom. Prismatic alignment was used there. I'm not sure if that was necessary, but whatever. Still continuing to produce Void Rays. Alright, so Void Ray against basically Corruptor is what is being produced here by validng. Where are these things? Corruptors here. Corruptors aren't that great against Void Rays, although if they have numbers, they can do pretty well in most situations. +1 flyer attack coming up at the same time. Fleet beacon on the way for TenMinNoRush, which means we are going to see carriers, and there it is. There's that fleet beacon, but validng has no sign of what's going on other than those gateways on the other side of the map. So it could be Mass Phoenix, it could be Mass Void Ray, it could be Mass Oracle, it could be Mass Carrier, and I guess in fairness, Corruptors are good against most of those units if they're microed properly. A 4th base now coming up for validng at the same time. It's 54 to 38 total Harvesters in favor of the Zerg player right now. Where did that Queen go? Oh, they're spreading creep. Look at that creep spread. That is a lot of creep tumors. If Valley can stay on top of this, it's going to help massively in just getting that vision of the map, getting the speed for the Queens, etc. Did all the Queens actually go? They did. All right, I don't know if I advocate using Queens from way up here at your second base to spread creep at the front door, but kind of missing some injects there. But I guess in the end, validng is up 98 to 73 total supply. Looking pretty darn good and just continuing to make Corruptors here. Whew, Corruptor count is up to a whopping 14 here at the 8-minute mark. And again, if this was some crazy, like, we switched over to Adept production, the Corruptors would not be very good. So here comes a push, though. It is actually Adept Void Ray. I'm not sure what Valley is going to be able to do against Adepts on the ground, as I don't see anything that can really hit ground. Corruptors definitely can't do that. Infestation Pit on the way. Carapace Flyer level 1. Flyer Carapace level 1 coming up for validng at the same time. And yes, it looks like TenMinNoRush is taking a 3rd base here. Usually Protoss like to take it up here, but it looks like instead this is going to be the place of action. And here comes the Corruptor force. 21 Corruptors swooping on in. I guess in fairness, the Adepts can't shoot up either. So if Corruptors manage to wipe out this Void Ray army, it's going to be pretty darn easy to do. And the Corruptors flying across, are they going to catch anything? Taking some hits, trying to see what's popping out here. And here it is, using Corrosive Bile, actually, Caustic Spray to take out that cannon. And yes, individual Void Rays are following 1 and 2. Not actually doing as well as I thought. They definitely won that battle, so that's nice. But Caustic Spray, if you haven't seen that before, is a new ability in Legacy of the Void for the Corruptor. Emits a stream of acid that deals 7 damage per second for 4.3 seconds. Then increases to 35 damage per second. These guys can take it down in Nexus like nobody's business. And they might be able to do it if they try. But the Corruptors instead don't really know if they want to commit. They're going for it, though. Here it comes. Caustic Spray being thrown down. on that Nexus. There are 4 of them attacking right now, and I don't think anything can actually hold it. Caustic Spray, again, pouring out. Here comes a single carrier, and they are going to be able to kill 2 carriers actually coming in. Stalkers at the same time. Abort, abort, says validng. Gets out of there. Did not want to sacrifice his Corruptors to kill that Nexus. That might have been a fair trade. I mean, Valley does have a lot of money in the bank. About 1,200, 1,000 right now. Can make a lot more Corruptors. Does have 8 in production at the same time. There's a Hive. That's nice. Hives are very, very good. Getting +2 flyer attack, just making these Corruptors even more and more viable. TenMinNoRush is not quite sure what to do. Worried about the Corruptors, continuing to make Stalkers here. Excellent choice indeed. Getting +1 air attack for his Protoss army at the same time. And 8 Corruptors in production. 16 total now, down from the 21. Did lose a few. Resources lost. The Zerg has lost 2,500 minerals and 1,400 gas. TenMinNoRush has lost 1,500 minerals and 800 gas. So I feel like he's up in that way. But again, Protoss is supposed to be more cost effective, so it makes a lot of sense. Roach is pushing out for reasons. Units tab here is... There are 2 roaches on the field. Those are them. Those are they. Those are they. I believe that's more grammatically correct. And I don't know what they're planning on doing. They want to go up this ramp maybe and kill all of these things by themselves, taking shots from the cannons and backing out, because why not? Yeah, there's a lot of cannons up here. Run for your lives, roaches. They do manage to survive, but they back out. They got a pretty good scout. I think they saw what was up there, and what they saw up there was, I think they already knew because the Corruptors are there, but whatever. You guys are weird. So Corruptor count now up to 24. So 24 Corruptors. They do have the +1, +1, +2, +2 now on the way. 8 more Corruptors on the way for Valley. This is fun. I like this play. Pooping creep, so much creep back here in a spot that doesn't actually need creep pooped on it, but I feel like Valley kind of selected all of his overlords and said poop creep, and so they did. Swinging on out, the Corruptors are not going to be happy about seeing this Nexus here, nor all of these Stalkers. Taking some shots. Do they want to engage? They do not. validng just backs on out, saying, alright, there are a lot of Stalkers here. What am I going to do about that? Maybe Broodlords would be fun. The upgrades would transfer pretty nicely from the Broodlords, or to the Broodlords from the Corruptors. We'll have to see what happens there. And actually, there goes the Ultralisk Cavern. Alright, so Ultra Cavern on the way. Adrenal Glands coming up at the same time. Does increase the attack speed for Zerglings by 40%. Whew, it's a lot. And Caustic Spray being used here out of the way of the main army for Protoss. Trying to take out, everything. Gateways, forges, pylons, and Nexus. And they do, successfully melting all of those buildings, forcing a retreat of those workers. There's a small army of Adepts trying to kill everything here at this base. They're marching on out to do that. And they're going to be able to do it because there's really nothing on the ground to handle it. Backing on out are the Corruptors at the same time. 26 Lings in production. I'm going to try to kill these Adept, but they're in a good spot. They're in the middle of the mineral line. They are killing drones just as fast as their little hearts want them to. 11 have died now. 12 have died. Valley is down to 58 total Harvesters. The Corruptor count continues to increase. This Corruptor ball is huge. 44 Corruptors here. And here come the Lings and the Roaches trying to deal with these Adepts. They should be able to do it. Meanwhile, Corrosive Caustic Spray going down again on everything. Actually slowing down my frame rate a little bit. Deciding instead to go after the carriers at the same time. They are killing interceptors. Now they're focusing down carriers. They're taking shots from Stalkers, but they really don't care at this point. The Roaches should be able to clean that up. Meanwhile, back at this, yes, all the carriers do end up following. The Corruptors run for their lives away from the Stalkers. And yes, every single Adept is dead, but 32 Lings have died and 17 probes have died at the same time. Somehow TenMinNoRush has not lost a single probe yet, which is a little bit nuts. So here come the Roaches trying to deal with this Stalker ground army. No upgrades for anybody here, and the Stalkers just tear through that ground army. Holy smokes, but 5 Ultras are on the way and a Greater Spire at the same time. This could be like an Ultra Broodlord composition, which would be really, really fun, harkening back to earlier days. And coming right on in, this base is severely under attack, but for validng, he's going to lose that base for sure. Caustic Spray being thrown down once more on top of cannons, getting the Nexus as well. As it is single base played out for TenMinNoRush? It is, and all the gateways are falling too. Here come the Ultras with no upgrades. Up 4 armor, 5 armor now, making them tanky. Roaches trying to prevent the retreat of these Stalkers. They can run faster than most of the units they're running away from, but the Ultras are pushing in. They want to make this happen. 3 more Ultralisks in production Backing on out, I really don't think TenMinNoRush can stand against 4 Ultralisks here, especially if they have 5 armor Broodlords on the way at the same time. Are they going to stand and fight? They might have to. Yes, they do. They stand right on in there, and that's enough validng decides to back out. So both players taking turns, just kind of pushing in, moving on out, killing bases. Again, 10min has not replaced this base at all, I guess because there really aren't any minerals there. But maybe put a base up there. You have enough money to do it. It's just really, really scared, I think, right now to do much. Making Void Rays, not a great choice when there are, how many Corruptors? 24 Corruptors, 3 Broodlords on the way as well. Replanting bases. There's a hatchery there. Here's a hatchery here for validng. Doing a great job of it. And here comes the push. I feel like this might be the final push. Ultra's right in the front. Caustic Spray being used on all of these pylons and the Nexus. Chasing are the Ultras. You don't see this in the cinematics. Just running for your life from an Ultralisk while it tries to cleave you from behind. Nexus gonna fall. Broodlords are here. Excellent, excellent play against these Stalkers. Here come the Void Rays trying to take rid of the Ultras before they get too much damage on the ground, but all the Stalkers are taking facefuls of damage from those Kaiser Blades. All the Stalkers are gone. Void Rays are gone at the same time. Broodlords are pushing in, and that's it. TenMinNoRush is defeated. validng is victorious, and TenMinNoRush has left the game. So, pretty fun game there. Again, I like to see the Broodlords. Haven't seen those for a while. The use of Caustic Spray was pretty fantastic from validng. I don't think that TenMinNoRush's response to it was very good, but, you know, pretty fantastic play all around, nonetheless. Very entertaining. All right, so this has been FalconPaladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You want to catch more daily Legacy of the Void casts. You can also find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, all at /FalconPaladin@gmail.com. I did actually give away a beta key to Legacy of the Void to someone who was following me on Facebook. Thanks to Vampyworm. He submitted that. He donated that to the cause. So hit me up on Facebook. Sometimes fun stuff happens. All right, so that's about it. Thank you so much for watching today. And until next time, as always, you take care of yourself.